Hello student, welcome to our online classes. Student, today we will discuss the next part of the chapter solution of class 12 chemistry. Now we are going to discuss about vapor pressure. Before discussion about vapor pressure, we will know about evaporation. What is evaporation? Evaporation is the process in which liquid convert into a vapor by heating below boiling temperature is known as evaporation. Evaporation is the surface phenomenon, that means surface of the liquid convert into vapor in case of evaporation. See, there is two types of molecules are there, surface molecule and bulk molecule. Surface molecule lesser force of attraction and more kinetic energy than other molecules. See, this is the surface molecule. Surface molecule have lesser force of attraction because those molecules are attracted by below molecules. But in case of bulk molecules, those molecules are attracted by all direction molecules. That is why bulk molecules have more force of attraction than surface molecules. That is why surface molecules evaporate easily than bulk molecule. For open container, weight of the liquid decrease. See, this is the open container. When the liquid convert into vapors, these vapors escape. That is why the weight of the container decrease. See, open container, vapor escape. That is why the weight of the liquid decrease. There is no pressure exerted by vapor. When the liquid convert into a vapor, those vapor escape. Those vapor does not exert a pressure on the liquid surface. That is why there is no vapor pressure. But in case of evaporation of closed container, see, this is the closed container. When the liquid convert into a vapor, those vapor cannot escape, and again this vapor condense and convert into liquid. See, this is liquid convert into a vapor and vapor convert into a liquid. This is the continuous process and they reach at equilibrium. At the equilibrium, the pressure of vapors above the liquid surface is called vapor pressure. That means when the liquid convert into a vapor and vapor convert into a liquid, they reach a equilibrium. At the equilibrium, the vapor that exert a pressure on the liquid surface is known as vapor pressure. That means vapor exert a pressure on the liquid surface is known as vapor pressure. The vapor pressure of pure substance denoted by P naught A. If the substance is A, if suppose this is the A substance, that is A liquid, when the A liquid, the surface A molecules convert into vapors, then vapor exert a pressure. Those pressure denoted by P naught A, that is the pure substance vapor pressure. Next, we are going to discuss the factor on which vapor pressure depend. It does not depend on shape and size of the container. That means vapor pressure does not depend on shape and size of the container. If the shape or size of the container change, increase or decrease, the vapor pressure does not change. It remains same. That means vapor pressure does not depend on shape and size of the container. Next point, it depends upon the nature of the substance. That means vapor pressure depends on the nature of the substance. That is the vapor pressure denoted by Vp. It inversely proportional force of attraction between molecules. That means force of attraction between molecule increases, vapor pressure decreases, and force of attraction between molecule decreases, vapor pressure increases. For example, that is the water. Water molecules have hydrogen bonding. One water molecule have 4 hydrogen bonding. On the other hand, that is the ethanol. Ethanol have one molecule, 1 hydrogen bonding. That is why water molecule have more hydrogen bonding than ethanol. That is why force of attraction in case of water molecule is more than ethanol. That is why the vapor pressure of water decrease. In case of water, the force of attraction between molecule increases. That is why vapor pressure decrease. So we can write the vapor pressure of ethanol greater than the vapor pressure of water. That is Vp C2H5OH, that is ethanol, greater than the vapor pressure of H2O, that is water. Vapor pressure depend on the nature of the substance. Here substance are two types. See, substance are two types. One is volatile, another is non-volatiles. Volatiles means the substance which have tendency to evaporate. That means those substances evaporate easily. Those substances are known as volatiles. That is why For volatile substance, vapor pressure does not equal to 0. For example, water, methanol, benzene, toluene, etc. Non-volatile substance. Non-volatile substance means those substances which have no tendency to evaporate. That means those substances easily not evaporate by heating. Those substances are known as non-volatile substance. Most of the solid compound are considered as non-volatile substance. For non-volatile substance, vapor pressure equal to the 0. That means for non-volatile substance there is no vapor pressure. For example, urea, glucose and sucrose. Next factor, that is temperature. Vapor pressure directly proportional to the temperature. That means temperature increases, vapor pressure also increases. See, this is the graph of vapor pressure versus temperature. If the temperature increases, vapor pressure also increases. See, this is the graph of vapor pressure versus temperature. This graph not straight line, like a curved line. Now student, we are going to discuss the main topic, vapor pressure of solution. Here two types of solution in our syllabus, that is the when the solute is volatile and soluble also volatile. That is the one solution, they make a solution, that is one types of solution, and another types of solution their solute is non-volatile and solvent is volatile. Today we will discuss volatile solute and volatile solvent mixture solution. Those solution vapor pressure. Now we are going to discuss vapor pressure of solution containing two volatile liquids. See, this is the one volatile liquid, that is the pure liquid A. See, this is the closed container. We know that vapor pressure only considered for closed container, not in open container. Open container vapor escape, that is why there is no vapor pressure exert. This is the closed container and contain pure liquid A. The surface of the liquid contain only A molecules. Those A molecules evaporate and form a vapor. Those vapor exert a pressure on the liquid surface. Those pressure denoted by P naught A. Here P naught A, the vapor pressure of pure A liquid. See, this is the another liquid, that also volatile liquid. That means the surface molecule of this liquid, that is only contain B molecules. Those B molecules evaporate and form a vapors, and those vapor exert a pressure on this liquid surface area, on the surface area. Those vapor pressure denoted by P naught B, that is the pure liquid B, and P naught B denoted by vapor pressure of pure B liquid. These two are volatile liquid. When those volatile liquid mixed each other, they form a solution, a mixture solution. This solution surface contain not only the A liquid molecules, they are also contain B liquid molecules. That means surface of this liquid contain A molecules and B molecules. That is why the surface not only contain A molecule and not only contain B molecules. Therefore the vapor formed by A liquid and B liquid. That is why the vapor pressure of pure liquid decreases, and now the vapor pressure of this component denoted by PA, that is the partial vapor pressure for liquid A, and PB the partial vapor pressure of liquid B. For liquid B there is a pressure exert on the liquid surface, that is denoted by PB, that is the partial vapor pressure of B. Now partial vapor pressure A directly proportional to the mole fraction, that is zeta A, mole fraction of A, and partial vapor pressure B directly proportional to the zeta B, that is the mole fraction of B. That is the Raoult's law. What is the Raoult's law? In a solution, the partial vapor pressure of each component is directly proportional to the mole fraction of that component. That means the partial vapor pressure for A liquid directly proportional to the mole fraction of A, and partial vapor pressure for component B, that is Pb, is directly proportional to the mole fraction of B, that is the mole fraction of B. This is derived from Raoult's law. From Raoult's law, we can write that partial vapor pressure for A liquid, that is Pa, directly proportional to the zeta A, and partial vapor pressure of B directly proportional to the zeta B. Here zeta A and zeta B, the mole fraction of A and mole fraction of B. What is the mole fraction of A? Number of moles of A divided by total number of moles of all component, that is Na and Nb. Number of moles of A and number of moles of B. And what is the zeta B? Number of moles of B and total number of moles of all component, that is Na, number of moles of A and number of moles of B. We know that zeta A plus zeta B is equal to 1. Summation of mole fraction is equal to 1. That is known in previous video. From Raoult's law, we can write partial pressure of A directly proportional to the mole fraction of A. Now the proportional signs removed by a constant, that is K. Here Pa, partial vapor pressure A, is equal to K into zeta A, that is the mole fraction of A. Now we find the value of K. What is the value of K? Let us consider for pure liquid A. Now we are considered that is the pure liquid of A. That is why the mole fraction of B 0. That is why there is no moles of B molecules are there. That is why zeta A, that is mole fraction of A, that is 1. And put this value, we get the Pa is equal to K into 1. That means K is equal to P. For pure liquid A, the vapor pressure is P naught A. That is why the K is equal to P naught A. Now put the value of K in the equation 1. We get Pa is equal to P naught A and zeta A. Same we can write the partial vapor pressure of B, that is Pb is equal to P naught B and zeta B. Zeta B is the mole fraction of B. We know the gas Dalton law. Gas Dalton law says that the total pressure equal to the summation of total partial pressure. Here the total vapor pressure Pt is equal to partial vapor pressure, that is Pa plus Pb. Pt is equal to Pa is equal to, know that Pa is equal to P naught A zeta A and Pb is equal to P naught B zeta B. We put this value in this equation, that is Pt is equal to P naught A zeta A and P naught B zeta B. Pt is equal to P naught A zeta A plus P naught B zeta B. Now student, we are going to solve a numerical problem. If 0.78 gram benzene, that is C6H6, and 0.92 gram of toluenes, that is C6H5CH3, are mixed, find the partial pressure of benzene and toluene and total vapor pressure. Here given pure benzene vapor pressure, that is 400 mmHg, and pure toluene vapor pressure, that is 200 mmHg. At first we calculate number of moles of benzene present in the solution. Number of moles of B for benzene, given mass of benzene by molar mass of benzene. Here given mass of benzene, that is 0.78 divided by molar mass, that is the molar mass of benzene. The molar mass of benzene, that is 78 grams. Then the answer is 0.01 moles. And then the number of moles of toluenes, given mass of toluene by molar mass of the toluene. Here given mass of toluene 0.92 gram, that is 0.92 gram, and molar mass of toluene, that is 92 gram. Answer is 0.01 moles. Then the mole fraction of B is number of moles of B means benzene, number of moles of benzene divided by total number of moles of benzene and total number of moles of toluene. Here total number of moles of benzene, that is 0.01, and total number of moles of benzene, that is 0.01, and 0.01, that is number of moles of toluene. The mole fraction of benzene, that is after calculation we get, that is half. And next the mole fraction of toluene, we know that mole fraction of toluene plus mole fraction of benzene equal to 1. That is why that mole fraction of toluene, that is 1 minus half, then the answer is 1 by 2, that is half. Next, we know the formula PV, that is partial vapor pressure of benzene, that is P naught B, that is pure benzene vapor pressure, and mole fraction of benzene, that is zeta B. The pure vapor pressure of benzene that is given in this question, that is 400 mmHg, and 400 mmHg into half, the answer will be 200 mmHg. And partial vapor pressure of toluene, that is the pure vapor pressure of toluene into mole fraction of toluene. Pure vapor pressure of toluene that given in this question, that is 200 mmHg. This 200 mmHg into half, that is the mole fraction of toluene. Answer will be 100 mmHg. Now the total vapor pressure of the solution, that is summation of partial vapor pressure. Partial vapor pressure of benzene plus partial vapor pressure of toluene, that is 200 plus 100, answer will be 300 mmHg. Now we are going to discuss a graph of two volatile mixture solution. This is the graph mole fraction versus vapor pressure. Here x axis denoted by mole fraction and y axis denoted by vapor pressure. In this point, that is the pure A liquid, and in this point it is the pure B liquid. That means in this point the mole fraction of B 1 and mole fraction of A x A, that is mole fraction of A, that is 0, and in this point mole fraction of A, that is 1, and mole fraction of B, that is 0. We know that Pa is equal to P naught A and zeta A. I put the value, that is in this point, that is zeta is equal to 1. Here zeta is equal to 1, that is why the partial pressure Pa is equal to P naught A. Here it is the P naught A, and in this point put this value, that is zeta B is equal to 1, that is in this equation Pb, that is partial vapor pressure of B, here zeta B is equal to 1, that is why the partial vapor pressure of B, that is P naught B, it is P naught B. We put this value of mole fraction and draw this equation for partial vapor pressure of A component, and this is the straight line that represent the partial vapor pressure of for liquid B, and this is the total vapor pressure. The total vapor pressure is equal to Pa is equal to total vapor pressure Pt is equal to Pa plus Pb. Today's discussion up to here. Goodbye. Thank you.